What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, I know this is the weirdest Halo you've ever seen, isn't it? Yeah, it's not really Halo, it is the World of Warcraft. I know this isn't typically what you see me play, but this is my second favorite game, believe it or not, so I'm going to be sharing at least a little bit of my experiences with you. Today we are going to take a trip to one of my favorite areas in Outland, and it's called Nagrand. It is a beautiful, almost Africanized setting. I've got my winged mount here, but I can't actually fly because I don't have permission to fly in Old World yet, but that will change. This right here is the Dark Portal, which will take you from, check this out, the Old World, which is called Azeroth, to Outland. Now look how big this place is. This is where we are. And let's see. Duskwood. Where is this thing? Here we go. Blasted Lands. Look at all this. And this is just one continent. Oh, look at how big this thing is. And actually you can go here now. Starting in Cataclysm. But this is Outland, so here we go. This is probably the only moment in video game history that to me rivals the arrival of the Flood in Halo 1. Check this out. That is the pit commander right there. He is ordering his troops to try to infiltrate the Dark Portal. Look at that big motherfucker. God, that thing is huge. And that is what she said. You've got Alliance and Horde, the two sides that fight in this game. They usually fight each other, allying up to stop the demons from crossing over. That was badass. Oh look, let's see how big he is. Well, he can't be that big. He doesn't have a thingy. God, that's scary. So we're going to travel today to Nagrand. This is where obviously you start out in Outland. It's called Hellfire Peninsula, and I love this place so much that I quested from level 58 all the way to 65. So we're gonna... Whoa! No, don't land there. That's bad. These are all elites. They'll kill you very quickly. They're all marching towards the Dark Portal. Let's try not to get killed here. This is called the Path of Glory. Is this more of them? Yeah, run. Look at how surreal this is. You've got the twisting nether. You've got these planets. You've got suns. I mean, come on. What sci-fi person would not like this? But yes, Hellfire Peninsula is probably one of my favorite places to quest in the World of Warcraft. You have a lot of continents here, actually. I guess that's one of the good guys. That badass dude over there is called the Fell Reaver. He wanders around Hellfire Peninsula and just stomps the hell out of everything he encounters. He's a tough guy. If you know how to kill him, it's pretty badass. I mean, I should say if you know how to kill him and you're not a newbie. But check this out. Let's see if we can get him to roar. Look at that. He shakes the earth. He's that big. Fly. Yeah, you don't want to mess with this guy. That's Honored Hold over there. That's the Alliance base for Hellfire Peninsula. That's Thalmar or something like that. That's for the Horde. We're going to be marching down the Path of Glory, not to be mistaken with the Edge of Glory by Lady Gaga. Oh, getting a little frisky there. This is one of the dungeons known as Hellfire Ramparts. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And we're just going to fly directly over it. Or Hellfire Citadel. Hellfire Ramparts is something that's a part of it, I believe. But that is Hellfire Citadel right there. Big castle-like structure. Long way down. Alright, so I'm going to park myself right here just for a second. And I want you to see something. This is Hellfire Peninsula. Big place. This is the Outland continent. Now, I'll be honest with you. A lot of these places, I don't like the quest. Hellfire Peninsula, I like. And that's why I stay here for 7 entire levels. Then I go over here to Nagrand, which I could have gone at 64, but I only want to spend a couple levels here. A lot of big, giant animals. It's pretty awesome. Some very epic quests. And then I finish my questing in Outland before going to Northern in this place right here called Netherstorm. It's all these broken up places, biodomes, you name it. If you're a sci-fi lover, you're going to like this place. Zangarmarsh is pink. That's all I can say about that. So I don't like questing there. Some interesting wildlife, but it's pink. I mean, seriously. Terracar is cool except for this bit right here. It's basically like abandoned. It's not very interesting at all. And then finally Blades Edge Mountains, and that's again kind of mundane. Shadow Moon Valley is kind of cool. It's very green, lots of apocalyptic meteors falling from the sky. But still, these are the 3 main ones that I go for. So this is kind of the order I do things for Outland. And by the way, yes, I am on my Worgen Warlock. He's pretty cool. He can transform back and forth from a human to a werewolf type thingy. Warlocks are pretty cool. They're what they call a DPS class, meaning they're strictly for damage. They cannot tank bad guys, and they really can't heal either. They're just made for doing damage. And these particular guys do damage over time. I'm just going to watch myself very carefully. We need to manually go to Nagrand because I have not taken a flight point here before. But yeah, look at how surreal this is. Tell me this is not beautiful. Particularly after you spent the first 58 levels questing in Azeroth, this is just a very different experience. It looks very apocalyptic. Very dreary. There's a lot of stuff to do here. That's why I spend 7 levels here. Now I plan on spending 2 levels in Nagrand and then the final level in Netherstorm before finally going to Northrend. Another continent. I mean, look at this. 4 continents. Now, I'll be honest with you. As a person who likes playing World of Warcraft, I don't like to raid. I do like doing dungeons, little 5-mans, but I don't like to raid, and I don't like doing PvP. There is real-world PvP. That's a big-ass crystal. Real-world PvP, which is actually kind of interesting when you're trying to capture objectives. I actually beat a paladin earlier today, which I could not predict. I let loose my Doom Guard on him. I think he had a what the fuck moment on his face for a second there, not realizing what that was. So we're gonna keep on going. That's a blood elf right there. And the bastard just shot a fireball at me. Got you. I see how it is. This is Zangarmarsh. It's a little bit girly, even for me. I do have 1 quest to turn in, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that real quick. What the hell, right? It's plenty of experience. And you need that to level.
Goddess bless you.
Alright, that's really all I wanted to do here. Seriously, there is nothing about Zangarmarsh that I like. Except for the squid things. So, we want to go over to this zone right here. So, we're going to have to walk all the way around. I realize that I could fly, but I just kind of want to take the scenic route because I'm not planning on coming back here. Lots of giant mushrooms. If you ever quested in the Plague Lands in the old world, then you'll know what I mean. Now, see, these guys are kind of cool looking. They look like the Scout Walkers from Star Wars. Kind of majestic looking, but the questing here is admittedly pretty boring. And we completely missed our turn, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. Now, part of the reason why I was able to spend so much time in Hellfire Peninsula is because I do this Dungeon Finder thing right here. If you queue for Dungeon Finder, not only do you get some extra gold, but it hooks you up with other servers, other players in other servers. And you can level a lot quicker because you're basically downing elites. And you're picking up a lot of gold, a lot of good items along the way. It's pretty interesting. Now, as you can see, I haven't been here with this particular character yet, so we're just kind of uncovering the map as we go. We want to try to stick to the south as best we can. Yes, that is what she said. I like having my flying mount. I got him a little bit early just so that you do quest a lot faster with the flying mount. This is one of the changes in Cataclysm that I do approve of. And I really do like the way they redid the old world. There are some things that I wasn't overly crazy about, but like they pretty much got rid of Eastern Plague Lands. They made it green. I mean, it's the Plague Lands for the love of God. But the old Plague Lands are still, or the was it the Eastern Plague Lands? Yeah. Western Plague Lands are now mostly human safe with a few ghouls. Eastern Plague Lands, not so much. It's still very much plagued with undead. If you like zombies, that's definitely for you. Apologize, I think my nose is just a little bit stopped up. So I need to backtrack just a little bit. Look at that giant mushroom. Jeez, that's like a drug lord's dream. So I guess we're going in the direction of these flags. Alright, I'll bite. While these big walking squid things are just kind of chilling out. Finally revealing a little bit more of the map. It took it long enough. But yeah, this is a game where there's something for everybody. In fact, the reason I started playing World of Warcraft is because I saw that episode of South Park. You know what I'm talking about. Make love, not Warcraft. And that was what inspired me to do it. And that was 4 years ago. I started playing right around the time Wrath of the Lich King came out. I don't play obsessively because I don't PvP or raid. I just like exploring the world. I like questing. I usually make certain goals for myself, whether it's obtaining certain mounts or, you know, not combat pets, but companions. You know, just little things like that. And so the cool thing about World of Warcraft is you can be a completely inexperienced gamer and still have a good time. So it is for the casual gamer. And of course, if you want to be a no-life and, you know, go the hardcore route, you can do that too. There's really nothing wrong with that. You know, you can waste just as much time playing any other game. You know, I spend hours a day playing Halo sometimes. It's really no different. And also the cool thing about World of Warcraft is you can sign out on one machine, sign in on another, and you're in exactly the same spot. You pick up right where you left off. There aren't too many first-person shooter games where you can really do that. You have to save. And not all first-person shooters do that either. This is a really big place. Look at that big mushroom. So I will be posting updates. I plan on actually leveling one of these characters online, and I'll try to commentate, because I know that's why you guys tend to watch anyway, is just hear me cuss and make sex jokes. So I promise that it won't just be straight up gameplay. There'll be lots of commentary as well. Try not to hate too much. There's only but so much I can do with Halo, since I only do campaigns. So expect to see content from other games, especially this one, since it is my second favorite game, my second love. If Halo was my wife, then World of Warcraft would be my mistress, and that's basically a nice way of putting it. I usually quit this game for months at a time, but occasionally I just get the itch to go back in and do some exploration. A lot of good stuff here. I've already leveled my main is a mage, an arcane mage, to 80. And so we want to go to Nagrand, which is over here. Whoa. Veering off course a little bit. Okay, so we've got 2 roads here. We want to go to this one. What do you have to say?
Elune be with you.
No, that's alright.
Go in peace.
I'm guessing this... Whoa. There's some big dudes right there. What are these things called? There's a blue one and a green one. I'm kind of tempted to fight them, but no, we're just going to travel. We're going to keep on traveling. Yeah, a lot of beautiful creatures here. It's too bad the quests are so freaking boring. But yeah, if you want to level a little bit faster, queue in the Dungeon Finder. And now we're in Nagrand. This place is beautiful. I got to show you some really cool stuff here. The universe's largest diamond is here, called Outland or something along those lines. And it's just beautiful, very serene, very tranquil. It's a good thinking place. So we're going to go the Scenic Route. Look at this. Tell me this is not beautiful. Very epic music. You know, it kind of makes you think what World of Warcraft would be like if Marty O'Donnell composed all the music. I mean, I think we'd be just charging down the path here to da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. So now we're just gonna make a little loop around. Lots of wild animals here. Lots of elite monsters too. Look at that. That's scary looking. That is the coolest eclipse ever. Got our first big giant animals. Cleft hoofs. Okay. Look like mutant buffalo. I see. Got a cool little blue dragon thing over here. I don't know what that is. You've got a lot of waterfalls. Got some gazelles. Yeah, they call them thorn grazers. They're gazelles, like it or not. Big flowing rivers. Just very clear night sky with all that twisting nether and planets just everywhere. Alright, now here we go. Here's the world's, or the, yeah, I guess the universe's biggest diamond. That big rock right there, it's called Outland. Check that out. Look how far that goes. And there's this big monster thing there too. And it's a humanoid? Alright, I guess I'm not enslaving him. I'm a warlock, so I can enslave demons and stuff, but... God. Look at that. Look how far that goes. Whew. That's beautiful. And just check out this, You're big. Yeah, we're not going to mess with that guy too much. There's another cleft hoof thingy. I think these are void walkers. Yeah, he's a big guy too. Look how alien that looks. Now there's some elephant looking things around here, and if you go up a little bit more, you've got this big elephant dude called Tuskar. Very cool looking.
So now we just need to make our way back to the base camp. And that is where my quest line will begin from 65 to 67. See, and I guess we want to go this way. There's that bridge. Yep, I think that's it over there. It's a neutral zone, if I'm not mistaken. There's another buffalo-looking thing. It's got some big teeth, too. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. I can't tell if this is Alliance, Horde, or neutral. I guess we're going to find out. Let's see, what does this say right here? Wyvern Camp is uncontrolled. I think that's not it. That looks like Horde. Yeah, that's definitely a Horde structure. I believe mine is somewhere down here. So maybe we need to turn back around. See if we got anything on the map. Let's see, more gazelles. Cut through the jungle a little bit more. Another cleft hoof thingy. And I think what we're looking for is up ahead. And we pissed off that tornado. Fantastic. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for over here. But as you can see, there is a lot to see in this game, so if you haven't tried it before, if you've been skeptical, remember you can go to Blizzard's website, worldofwarcraft.com, download a free trial, just give it a shot. Don't bang it until you've tried it. There's a lot of cool stuff to be seen and a lot of fun to be had. I am the Tyrant. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I plan on posting more. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing out.